So let me just be completely honest up front. I did not want to stay here after my first day here. And it's now my 10th night here. And well, kind of wanted to share my opinions on my entire stay here. So in today's video, we are going to be reviewing my new place that I've actually been staying for the last 10 nights. It's called Meteora, and it's located right in the center of town in Tulum. So let me just give you a brief background on Meteora. So this place is actually very unique. It's a shipping container hotel basically. So the entire hotel is made out of 8 different shipping containers. I don't know how many exactly, but it's very unique. So they've literally stacked shipping containers on top of each other, and they've made them into hotel rooms and hostel rooms. So let me just give you guys a quick story. So my first day here, I arrived, checked in, and it was packed. I mean, like quite literally packed. I was kind of uncomfortable how many people were staying here. And after my first night, I told the hotel and asked them if I could cancel, because first of all, I wasn't very comfortable with the fact that staff weren't wearing masks. There was no social distancing really for that matter, and I wanted to go back honestly to the Mayan Monkey Hotel, which the place that you guys saw the review of, which I absolutely loved. And they were kind enough to move me to basically a private room, and that's where I've been staying for the last 10 nights. And overall, it didn't turn out to be that bad. So the thing about this place is that it's actually a coffee house. And for a coffee house, the Wi-Fi is actually not that great. But that's, to be fair, that's pretty much straight across the board, all in Tulum. Like, the Wi-Fi, the cell signal in Tulum is just overall not really great. But it's a beach town, so what do you expect? The thing about Meteora Tulum is that anybody can come here. It is a coffee house, so right behind me here they have a coffee bar here, which opens up in like an hour or so. And anybody can come over here, have a coffee, and go upstairs to the meeting rooms and conference rooms and get work done, as long as you're not dependent on Wi-Fi, that is, because the Wi-Fi speeds, well, they're like 10 megabytes upload and 10 megabytes download, which is not very fast. However, let me take you guys up to the conference room, which is probably my favorite part about this place. So this is by far probably my favorite area of this hotel. You have these conference rooms right behind me here, and it's kind of annoying though. When my first day here, I couldn't figure out how to open these sliding doors, and I looked like an idiot trying to figure out how to open them basically. But you have this beautiful sitting area right behind me here. They got a few chairs, few tables. Only downside is that they don't have any plugs at these tables. So if you want to charge your computer, charge your phone, you actually have to go into the conference room here. In the conference room though, they have a few chairs, a few outlets out here, and a very large, like 65 inch flat screen TV, which is super nice. So you can just sit down here and watch a movie at night. So as you can see, you have a large desk, second large desk, and outlets in the ground, as well as outlets on the wall over here, and air conditioning and several fans. And they do have a microwave and a fridge right over here. People put stuff in here if they wanna, and another fridge. So the rooms actually don't have a fridge, just so you know. So there's really nowhere to store food if you guys want to go grocery shopping. It's really the only place to store drinks or food if you did bring any. So this place overall is not for me. I'm probably not going to stay here again. It was great. It was $9 a night. It was super affordable, but as the saying goes, when you see something that's too good to be true, it probably is. And for $9 a night, there's a few things that are bugging me, to say the least. So first thing first, the hot shower. It only works about 25% of the time. I'm pretty sure they only have a limit on the hot water heater, and once somebody uses up the hot water in this whole area or in this whole hotel, it's gone. So I only had a hot shower for about 25% of the time, and that was really it. Now the second thing is that all the shipping containers are obviously made out of metal, and the walls are facing each other basically. So you have this large courtyard in the middle and all these metal walls surrounding it. So basically, if somebody comes at night at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning from the bars and decide to play music at the pool, well, you're not gonna be sleeping that night basically. And it's happened to me about 3 times during my stay, and there's no curfew enforcement basically. They do have a security guard at the front of the lobby, but he just basically sits there and guards the door. He doesn't really enforce the curfew or anything. I don't even know if there is a curfew, to be honest with you. So that was my second pet peeve about this place. The third thing is that they don't really enforce whether you can bring in food or drinks into your rooms. So if there's 8 people sleeping in one dorm, well, as you can imagine, 8 people bringing in food and drinks, it's gonna smell up the place basically. And last thing is that it's not really too big of a deal, but for me, I carry a lot of camera equipment with me, and as I mentioned, the lockers are made out of wood. So when it rains, it pours, the water just seeps into the wood in the lockers, and well, I don't want to be leaving my very expensive equipment in the lockers when it could possibly get wet and moldy. And there's really no option for me to leave it inside my room because, well, I don't want to leave expensive equipment just laying around in my room basically. So this whole upstairs area is private rooms, and the whole downstairs bottom level is actually hostel dorms, with the exception of one room. There's one private room downstairs. So if you're actually looking to have a private room, you can have that, and they're all going to be upstairs here in the second level. But the dorm rooms are like $9 a night. It's super affordable. So if you're just staying here for 1 or 2 nights, I absolutely recommend it. But for me, like I said, I stayed here for like 10 nights. This wasn't the place for me, to be honest, and I'm probably not gonna stay here again, unless I'm staying here for maybe 1 night and it's like a last minute thing. But just want to give you guys my honest, straightforward review of my past 10 days here. So this is going to be the end of my Tulum trip. So Mexico is coming to an end. My Mexico series is coming to an end. I've absolutely loved my time in Mexico. So if you guys want to see where I'm going next, what I'm going to be doing next, guys, make sure you subscribe down below, give it a like, comment below what you guys thought of this place. I mean, personally, it wasn't for me, but this place might be perfect for you. So let me know if this would be a place you would stay at for $9 a night. It's pretty affordable, to be honest. Can't really beat the price. So comment below, guys, give it a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.